What's up, COVID ninjas? It's me, Miss Troxtel. Welcome to our Wednesday social studies lesson about restaurants. So lesson isn't necessarily going to be about restaurants per se, but it's going to be about food and how we're keeping yourself healthy, because that's really important for Miss Troxtel. She's always talking about the things that you put into your body are super important for you. So what we're going to do today is we're going to read an article together called Is Your Breakfast Healthy? And then we're going to talk about some vocabulary. We're going to talk about how to read labels, how to read graphs and charts and things like that, and how to look for some suspicious ingredients that you'd be probably surprised to find is in some of your food. Also, you'll know that at any time you go to a restaurant, you can ask what is in that. They have to provide you an ingredient list for what is in their dishes. So, and by law too now, they have to post calorie counts, I think, at restaurants. So just a little tidbit of information for you. So, is your breakfast healthy? You're going to follow along right here. Fifth grader Dawson Leach of Idaho knows that breakfast is important. He often starts his day with a giant bowl of cereal and a chocolate chip granola bar. But recently, Dawson was shocked to learn that his breakfast has more than 40 grams of sugar. That's about the same amount in a king-sized chocolate bar. Dawson isn't alone. Health experts say that many people would be surprised by the amount of sugar in common breakfast foods. They say it's time to get smart about this morning meal. We're now going to look under what's for breakfast. According to experts, it's important to start the day with foods high in nutrients. Nutrients is bolded. So we're going to look down here, and nutrients means substances needed by living things to stay healthy. For example, eggs have protein, which help muscles grow. Milk has protein and calcium, which strengthens your bones. Fruits and grains are a good source of vitamins and other nutrients, such as fiber, which help with digestion. Nutrition expert Marlo Mittler says that foods like these also provide plenty of energy to get you through the morning. You're going to be able to learn more, focus more, and stay awake and alert, she says. Mittler says that kids should avoid breakfast foods with a lot of added sugar. That's sugar that is put into foods like many yogurt, cereals, and baked goods as they're made. Foods with added sugar could give you a burst of energy, but they often don't have a lot of nutrients, so the energy won't last long. Added sugar can lead to tooth decay, obesity, and other health problems. According to the American Heart Association, kids should have no more than 25 grams of added sugar a day, but the average kid consumes almost 3 times as much. So let's go back really quickly. And we know that obesity means when a person's weight is much greater than what's considered healthy. And it consumes means to eat or drink. A healthy start. How can you choose wisely? Reading nutrition labels on the back of food packages is a good way to start. Look for ingredients that end in OSE, like high fructose, corn syrup. Those are fancy words for different types of sugar. Check out the serving sizes on the labels too. They're often smaller than you might think. Dawson says he's learned to pay close attention to the labels on breakfast foods. That will tell you what's really in it. Do the math. On nutrition labels, if it says the amount of sugar is shown in grams, how much is that? Well, 4 grams equals 1 tablespoon. All right, so we also have some vocabulary words now that we're finished. Nutrients were substances needed by living things to stay healthy. You'll see in the picture, there's lots of fruits and vegetables that have a lot of nutrients. Our next word was obesity. Obesity is the condition in which a person's weight is much greater than what is considered healthy. So, for example, if a person's weighing 300 pounds, they are probably considered obese. All right, so eating a lot of fast food can cause obesity. Finally, our next one is consumes. It means to eat or drink. The average adult bison consumes up to 30 pounds of grass each day. Whoa, that is a lot of grass. All right, so now that we're done reading the article and we've done some vocabulary, let's look at a label with a box of cereal, and then we'll answer some questions with that. So we've got Nature's Honey Oats, and it says nutrition facts. Here's the serving size right here. The serving size is the amount of cereal suggested for eating in one sitting. So 3/4 of a cup. Servings per container. That means for that huge box, you should be able to get 16 servings out of there. Then we've got the amount per serving, calories, 110. So for every 3/4 cup, there's 110 calories. Calories from fat is 5. Then you'll see the rest of the nutritional label. These are the amount of specific nutrients in each serving. So that 3/4 cup serving, you have a total fat of 0.5 grams. You have 0 milligrams of cholesterol, 40 milligrams of sodium, 50 milligrams of potassium, 25 carbohydrates. Dietary fibers is 1, sugars is 16 grams. And remember that I'm pretty sure that when we read the article, it said that the American Heart Association said kids should have less than 25 grams of sugar. So that's almost your entire days of sugar just with one bowl of honey oats. Protein is 2 grams, vitamin A is 10%, vitamin C is 10%, no calcium, and 2%. All right, you'll also see there's percentages over here. This is your daily value, so that you'd want to have about 100% of your daily value. All right, so how much cereal is in one serving of Nature's Honey Oats? So we go back to the serving size, and the correct answer would be 3/4 cup. How many grams of sugar are in one serving? Well, we just talked about that. Our grams of sugar are 16 grams. If someone was to eat 2 servings of this cereal, how many grams of sugar would that be? Well, if one serving is 16 grams, we need to add 16 plus 16, which is going to be 32 grams. Whoa, that is a lot. So do you think that this cereal seems like a good source of dietary fiber? Explain your answer. So when you're explaining an answer like this, you're going to start with whether you think it is or not. It only has 1 gram of dietary fiber. So I'm going to guess that it's not a good source. So I would say this cereal is not a good source of dietary fiber, period. It only contains 1 gram of dietary fiber and only 6% of what you need for a day. This is finishing our What's in Your Bowl. So if any of you guys have had Mr. P for Health, you've probably had to keep a food diary, meaning each day you write down what you eat and you have to figure out how healthy it is, how much nutrients are in it, how much sugar is in it, and so forth. So here is a diary about what a student ate for breakfast over 5 days. So you'll notice that over here, they wrote what they had for the whole day. And this is actually looking just for breakfast, okay? So here's day 1. They had a cup of cereal, half a cup of low-fat milk, yogurt, apple juice. I don't know about you, but that sounds a little okay, right? But it has 41 grams of sugar. Remember that the American Health Association said that kids should have less than 25, okay? All right, on day 2, they had a frozen waffle, some syrup, and a cup of orange juice, 39. Here's on day. They had scrambled eggs, ketchup, whole wheat bread with butter. Whoa, only 8 grams of added sugar? That sounds like a really great day. On Thursday, they had a cup of cereal, low-fat milk, and a protein bar with a total of 25 grams. And then finally on Friday, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, cup of chocolate milk. Whoa, 29 grams, and a packet of cinnamon instant oatmeal with a grand whopping total of 44 grams. Okay, so if we're looking at this, which day of breakfast had the most sugar? You're right, it was Friday. Friday had the most sugar at 44 grams. Which breakfast had the least amount of sugar? Based on the article, is the meal likely to provide long-lasting energy? All right, well, let's see. Oh, here we go. Wednesday, we had a really great low sugar day. We only had 8 grams of sugar for breakfast. And notice that we had scrambled eggs. Remember, scrambled eggs is a great source of protein, which gives us a long lasting energy. According to the article, what is the highest amount of added sugar kids should consume in a day? We said that it was 25. How does the total amount of sugar in Tuesday's breakfast compare with it? Is it more or less? More. You guys are right. Yeah. So it says 25, but on Tuesday they had 39 grams of sugar. Oy vey, this poor child. And it seems kind of healthy too when you just think about it. All right. What changes could this student make to Friday's breakfast to make it a lot less sugar? Let's see. The sausage, egg, and biscuit only had 4. This packet of cinnamon instant oatmeal had 11. That would be 15. That's actually not too bad. This chocolate milk, 29 grams of sugar. That's more than a kid should have all day. So if we got rid of that chocolate milk, that could have been a really amazing breakfast. All right, angel bugs, the last part of our lesson, talking about building a better breakfast. So we're going to be looking at 2 different types of breakfast options. Which one's going to be healthier? So our first breakfast item is French toast sticks with syrup. What would be a better option? A whole grain English muffin with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and some banana, right? The English muffin is going to give us some healthy carbohydrates. It's also going to give us protein from the peanut butter and fiber. Fiber is going to be good for digestion, and it's also good from your heart, okay? Our next swap that we can do, here's some Yoplait strawberry yogurt. What we could do better is doing a non-flat plain yogurt. So staying with the plain flavor instead of a fruit flavor, and then add your own fruit to it. Both yogurts are going to have calcium and protein, but plain yogurt and real fruit have natural sugar instead of artificial sugar or added sugar. All right, we have 3 more swaps to look at. We've got Kellogg's Raisin Bran, 1 cup without milk, or oatmeal topped with cinnamon and apple slices. Even though Kellogg's Raisin Bran may seem like a very healthy meal, the oatmeal, which is a whole grain, and cinnamon and apple slices, apples are a fruit, it's going to keep you full. Cinnamon also is a great spice that's going to help you preventing to gain weight, and also preventing type 2 diabetes. All right, we've got our Quaker Oats Chewy Yogurt Bar and a granola bar with less sugar. So when you're looking at a granola bar, you want to make sure that there's not a lot of added sugar, and you want fiber. Remember, we talked about fiber helps with digestion. Fiber is going to help keep you full longer, and that's the whole point. All right, and our final one is we've got a Dunkin' Donuts muffin. Sure does look good, but our healthier option would be a whole grain blueberry waffle topped with jam, yogurt, or almond butter. It's still going to be sweet, but it's going to give you a lot less sugar. All right, when you're finished watching this video, I want you to go to your Google Forms and go ahead and answer some questions. You can always come back to this video to help you answer any of the questions. Every single answer can be found in this video. I know you all are going to do amazing. I'm so proud of how hard you guys have been working. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. We love you.